and we'll be checking in with them in just a moment or two. Above your heads is a game spotting guide, and will help you identify some of the animals that we should meet here along the way. I'll try my best to find each and every single one of them, but you know, with a free roaming reserve that's about 800 square miles, it isn't always possible. Do you know what? You have a job now. I get to drive and you get to give safari.
Do it! I'll help you. Yes!
Oh God. Okay, I'm in trouble now. Jumbo Wilson, we're entering into the reserve near the Little Torrey Forest.
Now, to your left, you'll see.
I'm Jumbo, Timber One. Keep your eyes open and drive carefully. You should see lots of animals.
On your left is a greater kudu, the second largest antelope in Africa, striping on their hindquarters. 1901 is when Westerners got their first glimpse of this animal because they are so shy. Oh, no. Stay out of the road. The Westerners actually thought the copy was a myth, much like the unicorn and the dragon. They just about everything from toads and snakes to even other small birds. Over on the left is also the black rhinoceros. This is a sight I don't get to see very often, as there's only about 3,600 left on the entire continent of Africa. They have been hunted to near extinction for their horns. Their hide is approximately 1 inch thick, and their only known predator is man. Many people believe that the rhinoceros horn has magical and even medical purposes, but they couldn't be more wrong. It's made out of the same tissue as our fingernails and toenails. Anything to add to that point? The bird that you see on the island is the pink-backed pelican, and they herd their fish in the shallow areas of the river, working together as a colony so everyone can eat at the same time. While a hippo emerges from the river towards the evening time to feed, and each hippo eats right around 150 pounds worth of vegetation each and every single night. Now, the reason why the most important rule on safari is to please remain seated at all times. I cross my fingers because I'm superstitious. The Nile crocodile to your left and also possibly to your right is much more powerful and much more aggressive than the American alligator. Those jump throughout their entire lives as they stick with their herds. And every herd is led by a matriarch, and every animal within the herd is related to her in some way, shape, or form. Coming up on the left is the greater flamingo, the lightest pink in color of the entire flamingo family. Coming up on the right, though, is the reticulated. The giraffe will graze anywhere from 16 to 18 hours a day, and a baby when they're born are anywhere from 5 to 6 foot tall, making them able to look mostly leafless in order to conserve water during the long drought seasons. This is my favorite view of the entire reserve. We're entering into the Serengeti grasslands, and the grasslands stretch for miles across eastern and central Africa. They're used as a superhighway by millions of animals, but yet the permanent home of some of our most famous residents, like the lion migration left in the world.
Oh, the baby gazelle. How cute.
Coming up on our right-hand side, you'll see a small animal with a black stripe on its belly. This is the Thompson's gazelle. And believe it or not, these animals are full grown. They're the smallest antelope in all of Africa. They only weigh about 60 pounds. We refer to them as Tommies. Back on the hillside, you'll see the impalas, that cinnamon-colored animal. They leap about 30 feet, which is the length of this truck. Named after the African tribe, the Watusis, that first domesticated them. Those horns can reach about 6 foot in length and be about 20, making them the largest monkey in Africa. Rafiki is the Swahili word for wise, and Rafiki is the most famous mandarin monkey in the entire world. And they will actually wallow in dirt and mud in order to keep themselves cool, much like a pig. Very closely to the tree line over here to the left. They're the smallest of the big cats. A male only weighs about 120 pounds when fully grown, which means they hunt exclusively during the day. They have less of a chance of their kill being taken away by a larger predator like the hyena. 20 hours a day. And they roar, which is how they protect their pride. And they do that typically twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening, letting any stray males in that territory know that this is his and that it's time for them to leave. While the lioness is the one that hunts for the pride.
Can you see the one? You feel it. Don't put your arms out.
She does this at night or in the early morning hours before dawn, but don't get me wrong, she is an opportunist. If she's out and about during the day and she comes across, so it's our horned oryx are both extinct in the wild, and we're working with other shots with ceiling tires. This is never good. Hey, we'll Listen, I heard some gunshots and some squealing tires. I'm pretty sure they've heard us. We found their camp and it has been deserted. They have a lot of ivory and rhinoceros horns, though.
Oh, not to worry. You drop them right into my patrol.
Well, it's not everyone. That means thank you so much for helping us with those poachers. And since we've gotten off of our scheduled trek, I will return you to the warden station. And from here, it's just a short walk to the Pangani Exploration Trail or the Harambe Village.